Do you think people with piercings and tattoos get discriminated against in the workplace?
Yeah, I do think that's very discriminative. People try to want to be themselves these days, but, you know, people are too judgmental and, you know, yeah, it's just not fair, I reckon. Like, everyone's got their own style, everyone's got their own personality. I think it's got to be a bit more accepting in society.
I'm not sure about now, but for working places that they used to be. I guess it still happen today. I'm not quite sure.
Yes, like I've worked in a hot workplace and I have to wear long sleeves and like they have to have all my tattoos covered. Like the rules are you're not allowed to have visible tattoos. So if I had some on my neck or my hands, I probably wouldn't have a job at all.
Sometimes, depending on the industry and the individual workplace. In the regards to professional places, yeah, unfortunately, sometimes, yeah.
I would say yes and no. I've had piercings and tattoos myself, and I think it all depends on where you work and what industry you work in.
Well, some tattooists in other states that don't let you go below the wrist or above the neck. It's got to do with what your skills, not what you look like.
Yeah, as long as you can wear, you know, something to cover it up if necessary, that's fine. It's when you start coming up onto your neck and your face that I personally believe that it's starting to get a bit far for office work.
You know, they say God accepts anyone, but if you go into a Christian school, you go to a church, they tell you to have natural hair, no piercings. I thought that was meant to be accepting.
I'm not sure why. I've got the feeling that definitely if you've got two people in front of you and you're going to hire that person for a bank office or whatever, they probably will prefer the one that has not got tattoos than the one that it has it, basically.
And I think it also depends what kind of tattoos as well. You know, big skulls and stuff are going to be a little bit different to candy canes and candy wrappers, yeah.
It's becoming more and more accepted, it's becoming more fashionable. Like 20 years ago chicks didn't have tattoos, now everyone does. So it's becoming more fashionable. But you don't have to conform to society, you can be an individual, and I guess there are lawyers with tattoos.
Yeah, I reckon one day everything will change because, you know, it started getting a lot more popular with piercings, a lot more people getting this style. Like back in the day it was just, you know, bogans and stuff like that, but now it's just like, you know, emo, scene, gothic, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think people are starting to learn it's actually a good style.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, it does become more acceptable because at the end of the day, what's on your skin doesn't change you as a person, so.
I would never expect to have a standard person, you know. I'm just expect the person to be nice and provide a nice service. What they wear, you know, colour of hair will never make a difference to me anyway.
The art that you wear on your body is the way that you're expressing yourself, and it shouldn't really matter in the big scheme of things. It's about giving everyone a chance at face value. This has been Jackie O'Leary reporting for Undercurrent.